Hello, shalom. This is Prophet Joshua Kenny Gruen from the Empowerment Center Church. Take a look at this. You can't beat that view for nothing. So I wanted to invite everybody because we're going to be having a greater works of the Ruach HaKodesh workshop seminar this coming May. And I wanted to go ahead and invite everybody to begin setting aside the time for the month of May to come here to the great state of Montana, to these beautiful views that you can see right here, to come and receive what are the greater works. Now, it talks about in Yeshua HaMashiach, he spoke in John 14:12. And he says, truly I tell you that those who believe in me will do even greater things than I have done, is what he said. So we're going to be talking about a plethora of different things when it comes to the power of the Ruach HaKodesh, which is the Holy Spirit. So this will be a greater works of the Holy Spirit workshop seminar. Now we're going to talk about things like Matthew 9:4, for instance, where Yeshua testified and he said, knowing their thoughts, he said, why do you entertain these evil desires in your heart? We're going to talk about that. How is that possible? And how can you guys out here that have no training whatsoever on these greater works go ahead and begin walking in such a magnificent gift to actually begin knowing the thoughts and the hearts of other human beings? We're going to go past that too. We're going to talk about the gift of healing. We're going to talk about how the Holy Spirit, how the Ruach HaKodesh, and that's the Hebrew term. So if you hear me say these words, it's because I'm a Messianic Jew. So it's just the Hebrew way of saying it. And we're going to talk about the gift of healing, how the Ruach HaKodesh, how the Holy Spirit directly interacts with human DNA. How does it directly interact, for instance, with the mitochondria that are inside of every eukaryotic cell within a life form here on Earth? And how we can use that to our advantage in being able to impart, just like it discusses in the book of Acts, in chapter 19, where it says that the Apostle Paul did many miracles and signs and wonders, and he imparted into aprons and handkerchiefs. And what exactly was he imparting? How does the Holy Spirit interact with the weaker and stronger nuclear forces, for instance, within the interior of an atom, so that when we are imparting and when we use this gift with the electromagnetic spectrum to physically impart, how does it not only help modify cellular structure, and how does it enhance the atomic structure of a thing, but how can we use that so that we can impart, for instance, directly in between where the electron and the nucleus of an atom reside? And why is this important? What kind of attributes can we do with such power and with such knowledge? Now remember, Yeshua said in the book of Hosea, actually Yehoah said, through the prophet, he said, my people perish for their lack of knowledge. Their lack of knowledge. So when I say these really big words, understand that your enemy out there, these atheists and these individuals who call themselves scientists, they will regularly use this type of terminology to describe cells and cellular biology and chemistry and chemical fusion. Well, I'm going to share with you through the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, how all of that is possible so that people can be healed, so that people can be delivered, so that people understand their opponent, for instance, where it speaks about in 2 Corinthians, it says the God of this age has blinded the minds of unbelievers. And what does that mean? To show you what it's actually like to be a telepathic human being, or as the Bible refers to it as knowing their thoughts, or being in one spirit and in one mind. I'm going to teach you how to do these things. I'm going to share with you what faith is and what it feels like so that those that are participating can understand how to persevere with prophetic faith that they've been given. So we're going to be discussing this and all sorts of other wonderful, wonderful things at this coming May. We're going to be discussing this at the Greater Works, these greater things of the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh seminar that's coming up. So I want you to go ahead and just start planning your Montana vacation today so I can start sharing this with you because, hey, listen, there are just tons of practical applications for what I'm discussing, like knowing the thoughts and hearts of others. I mean, wouldn't it be advantageous? Because love, it says in 1 Corinthians 13, 6 and 7, it says, it always delights in the truth and it always protects. Wouldn't it be just advantageous to know, for instance, the mind of a foreign dignitary, or let's say a defense minister of Iran, to know that they're building, for instance, kamikaze drones in Iran and the specific location in which they're building it, let's say years before it's publicly made known, like I have testified myself to the nation of Israel about. That helps protect the innocent. It gives an advance update notice of things that are going to be happening as they unfold. So these are topics that we're going to discuss. So I'll put the name of the website here inside this video. Look at this. Come on, guys. You get to come to Montana and you get to learn about the Greater Works. Who doesn't want to do that, man? I mean, come on now. So make sure that you come. I'll have a link on our video in the description to this video. Make sure that you click it. And everyone is welcome. Everyone is welcome to this. This is at no cost. It's a no-cost seminar through the debt of love, Romans 13:8. So you show up and you have a heart to leave no debt outstanding except for the continuing debt to love one another. That is how much it costs to come to this seminar. The debt of love. That's it. One more time. Come on now. It's Montana, y'all. Make the trip. Greater Works. Let's do it.